FE makes you susceptible to other people's moods and opinions. And because you're susceptible, typically, if FE's in your stack, you will alter yourself to suit other people, to fit in, to be likable, to defend yourself by raising their mood so their moods and negative reactions can't hurt you. You'll run into a few problems doing this. Firstly, people will call you fake and they will hate you. Well, some people will hate you, but they will hate you intensely. Second thing, you are letting people control you and people have bad judgment. Third thing, you are creating a persona for people which other people will view as your real self, and they might not like it. In fact, they probably won't. Then you are stuck taking responsibility for a persona that isn't you. And you are forced either to reject it and say this isn't who I am, at which point the people you were masking for hate you, or you have to double down, wear the mask harder, which is even worse, because now that really is you. You're stuck in it. You're trapped. In all instances, changing yourself to suit other people is a trap leading you to being controlled. Formal baselines are how you defend against this. A formal baseline is a standard of behavior you use with everyone at all times. You strip it down into formality. You remove any part anyone could hate you for. You sprinkle in some basic kindness and courtesy, so people will tend to like you. There won't be any major core facets of who you are people can latch on to and like you for, but there are also none of those cores which people can latch on to and hate you for. Then you prioritize questions. Ask them questions. Keep the conversation on them. The more you talk, the more likely anything will come out of your mouth someone can hate. So if you keep the other person talking, the less you are at risk. So you take this formal, kind, inquisitive, but actually defensive baseline, and you apply it to every single person you meet. That way, one, you aren't being fake. You are like this with everybody. Two, nobody is controlling you. I mean, everybody is controlling you because you're doing this to defend yourself against them. But at that point, it's so pulled back and so abstracted, no single person or group of people is controlling you. You are asserting a self rather than having a self asserted upon you. However, that self is so formal and generally kind and unrevealing, you aren't at risk. Which leads to 3, using this persona, what can people view you as other than formal, polite, and inquisitive? No matter what group or person you are dealing with, other people won't be able to look at you and hate you. I mean, they'll still find a way, because of course they will. People are just the absolute worst. But they'll have to work for it, and it'll be much harder to convince other people. It'll stop a virus, the hate virus other people have of you, from spreading. I started using a formal baseline because people will expect you to adjust yourself to suit them. And then those same people will hate you for doing the same thing for other people. I cannot stand being judged for something I am expected to do, and I cannot stand the degree to which others affect me. In summary, inferior FE is dog shit, but you can work around that dog shittedness by building a training dummy persona you use with absolutely everyone. Except on YouTube, of course, because you get to operate under the assumption people are here because they want to be here. That's one of the reasons I play up abrasiveness on here, specifically to push people away, so I don't have to worry about keeping up an act all the time. YouTube is really nice. I'll talk about the way FE and discourse interact at some point because that's interesting, but this is good enough for now. Formal baselines. If you're having trouble with people, create a sanitized persona and give it to everyone. But that about rippity wraps this one up. I hope you enjoyed watching, because I certainly enjoyed making it. I am mad right now about a lot of things, but I'm having trouble articulating which things and why. Like if you enjoyed, because it helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't, because we do this shit sometimes. And comment your thoughts, because I love hearing from you. Do you have these sorts of FE problems? If you're an FI type, how do you deal with people's negative reactions to you? Thanks again for watching, everybody. Really, we have a lot of fun on this channel. So much fun. In fact, you could put it in a tea bag and teabag your tea and drink it all up, because green tea is nice and fun, and that's how much fun we can have on this channel. But that's how much fun we can have on this channel, and I look forward to doing this with you guys again in the future.